And welcome to the 5th podcast of the Slashing Sabres. I'm your host, Lynn Spelman, and next to me I have
Adam Smith.
And today we're going to be talking about a lot of Sabres games. We haven't posted one since that day after I think Christmas they lost to the Bruins. So now first game. I'm going to say the first game. Sharks 3, Sabres 2. Sabres played really good in that game. Came back really from 3-0 in the first period. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen allowed that 3 goals, and then the Sabres come back with Jeff Skinner and Zemgus Girgensons. What's your thought about that game?
I feel like we didn't play bad. I mean, we could have played worse. We had a great comeback down 3-0. I feel like we just had to play better defensively. We didn't really help Luukkonen, but yeah, it was a pretty good game for the Sabres.
Yeah, now we're going to go one I don't really want to talk about because, it's the Lightning. Lightning 6, Sabres 1. Really nothing to be happy about in that game, except for maybe, heart and hustle. They don't give up. Subban came in. Both of the goalies came in, and now we know Subban has a season-ending injury, so that's even better. So Craig Anderson, yay! So, yeah. What's your thoughts?
I mean, we played awful. We had 7 breakaways and scored on maybe one. I forgot how we scored that goal. But I don't think we scored on any of those breakaways. I get it's the best goalie in the league, but we have to take advantage of the chances we get because it's the Lightning. They're just going to bang shots in the back of the net.
Yeah, they have Kucherov, Hedman, who else? Braden Point, Palat. So yeah, Vasilevsky. So that was definitely going to be a tough game. Coming into the game, we probably knew we were going to lose, but it was just how are we going to lose? Are we going to get crushed? Or are we going to stay in the game? We got crushed. Okay, now this is a happy one. I thought in this game we were just going to maybe lose by 1 or 2 goals. Yeah. Sabres win 4-1 versus the Predators. You say your stuff first.
All right, I feel like it was a great game all around, but Arundel somehow just pulled out, I don't know.
That was his best game of the year.
I know.
Best game of the year.
Even with the games he played after, I feel like that's going to be his only game for a while. He just played amazing. The whole team played amazing.
Yeah, just Skinner getting his 500th point, Pasek getting his 100th point. So, yeah. Fun times as a Sabres fan in that game. I almost watched the whole game, but then when they came up 3-1, I was just okay, I'm gonna go to bed, because it was a school night the next night. So I'm I don't know. So yeah, and then Vinny Hinnenström hitting that shot. I was just whoa, let's go. And now we're gonna go to one where we're just so sad. A rival beat us. Basically not a rival anymore, but not really. Sabres 0, Red Wings 4. How do you feel about this?
I just feel once again, just basically the Lightning game, we didn't play good all around. The Red Wings just beat us, defensively, they beat us offensively. We just couldn't get anything going against them.
Yeah, and then the next game I'm going to say, I was actually going to go to it, but then we got major snow, so I couldn't go to it. I was so mad. It would have been a great game. Red Wings 3, Sabres 2. Really, we played well. 2-1 lead. Just when the Sabres are winning by 2. It's when the Sabres are winning by 2, that's where we just go down and just shrivel up. That in the Blue Jackets game, we're going to be talking about that soon, and later in this podcast. And that was really we were winning 3-1, and then just yeah. So I just don't want to say anything as a Buffalo Sabres fan, but that was not a good game, right? Yeah, just Aaron Dowd did not play good. Okay, now we're gonna do Sabres 3, Senators 1. How do you feel about this? Give your thoughts.
I feel like we once again played good offensively and defensively. I feel like we either play bad both ways or play good both ways. There's not a good offense, a bad defense, good defense, bad offense. But I feel like we played really well. We just didn't let the Senators get anything going except for that one goal. Other than that one goal, we played pretty well.
Yeah, that was Hauser's first game. He made 50 or 40 saves. And later in this podcast, we're going to say his second game and probably his last game as a Buffalo Sabre. So now we're going to be talking about the Stars 5, Sabres 4. Oh my goodness, we should have won that game. Jack Quinn actually played really well getting his first goal. So thoughts, just Yeah.
Another one of these games where we start off hot and then just go down as the game goes. We started off hot. As soon as we started this game, I thought, okay, maybe it's going to be a close game. And then I saw a score, all those goals. I was like, okay, maybe this will be a blowout, actually. And then the next morning, I looked at the score. I was like, you're joking. How did we let them come back?
I know. Yeah. And then next game, Sabres 6, Flyers 3. This is another game Michael Hauser played decent in. We actually didn't watch the game. I actually went to his house, and we didn't watch the game because we forgot the Sabres were actually playing. And I looked at the score. I'm like, oh my goodness, Sabres won 6-3. How is your thoughts on this one?
Well, so I saw Krebs got 2. That's amazing. First goal of his career. But yeah, I feel like the team played good all around. That Tuck and Krebs connection, it's going to be amazing in the upcoming years.
Yeah, and I mean, the Golden Knights actually signed Tuck like 2 years ago to like a six year deal. I was looking through it during like school, and I was just like, wait, they signed him for 6 years? And so we got Tuck locked up for like 4 years plus, but like 4 years guaranteed, because Tuck always wanted to be a Sabres. He was a Sabres fan growing up. So now we're going to be talking about Sabres 0, Sens 5. Oh my goodness. How did Matt Murray shut us out?
Yeah, surprised we didn't score against Matt Murray because he's okay goalie, not the best. But once again, we didn't play good. If we don't get anything going at the start, I feel like we just crumble. I feel like we only play good in the first and third period.
Yeah, and then Sabres 3, Coyotes 1. Great game. Tuck and Krebs, what a game they had together. They just brought it. They just, crushed them. They just didn't give up. They just beat them. And that it was their connection. How do you feel?
A great game all around. That Tuck and Krebs connection. It's going to be beautiful, but they just played amazing together this game. They're just trying to show us how good they're going to be together in the upcoming years, and I can't wait to see them as Peyton Krebs gets better and better.
Yeah, would we say switch Krebs out for Thompson? Would you say that or no?
I mean, Thompson having basically a breakout year for him. But I feel like I would keep Thompson there because Krebs, yeah, he's playing good, but we gotta stay slow a little bit because Krebs isn't just popping off, scoring stuff like that. We have to wait a little bit until we can see Peyton Krebs' full potential.
Yeah, and now let's go to the next game because we don't have a lot of time. Sabres 1, Avalanche 4. I mean, it's the Avalanche. They had 18 in a row. That's more wins than the Sabres had this whole season. So yeah, thoughts?
I mean, I can't really get mad at it. The Sabres actually didn't play bad, but I know McKinnon was injured, but they still had Makar, Landeskog, Rantanen, people like that are still really good, and their team's still amazing even without McKinnon. They could have 2 star players out, and they'll just be like, okay, that's fine. Us, Dahlin gets injured, screaming our heads off. It's annoying to watch, but
I was sad that Will Butcher got injured in that Coyotes game. I was just like, no, because he's a really good defenseman.
I feel like he's underrated.
Yeah, he's underrated. Probably one of the best Sabres defensemen the Sabres can offer this year, probably, next to Dahlin. Maybe you could say Yoki Haryuk, but I think it's Will Butcher. Okay, now Golden Knights 5, Sabres 2.
Yeah, I mean, the Golden Knights really have a good team. I can't really name some players, but they just have a really good team all around. Used to have Marc-Andre Fleury, went to the Blackhawks, but they just have a really good team all around. I can't really be mad at this loss because, I mean, it's the Golden Knights.
Yeah, and then that All-Star break, Dahlin was a monster at that All-Star break, and now we're going to talk about the Sabres' last game before we do pre-game for the Sabres Canadians, which they should win. Yes. If they don't win, we will be screaming on this podcast. So Blue Jackets 4, Sabres 3.
Yeah, I once again come back from the other team. Our goalie, I feel like our goalies sometimes get too cocky, you could say, that they're just all right, we have this lead. I feel like we're gonna win now because I trust myself and we have a pretty good team all all around. But I feel like they just get too cocky, and then our team just crumbles. They don't play good when they have a lead. Sometimes they either play amazing with the lead or horrible with the lead.
Yeah, and Tarkowski actually played decent in that game. I don't feel like he did his best game of his career. That went to the Penguins game he had. He was just lights out. Mm-hmm. But, like, that was not a bad game for Tarkowski, but just, like, the defense let him down a little bit. But he played pretty good. Like, he let that shot through his legs, and I was just like, oh, no, they're going to come back. Okay, now we're going to go to the good stuff. Pre-game, Sabres, Canadians, give me your score.
All right. I got the Sabres winning. Well, I'm going to change it up. First, I thought I was going to say 3-2, but the team they have, I feel like they're not going to score 2 against us. I got us winning 4-1.
Oh my goodness, 4-1. That was I think that was a first of the year game at 4-1, wasn't it? I think so. Will they beat them 4-1 again? We'll find out. So yeah. And I'm gonna say the Sabres are gonna win also 4-1. It's really gonna be a good game. All effort for the Sabres. They always own the Canadians. This whole season. They beat when we were at the Amherst game. They actually beat them. I think 4 something. I don't know. I can't say that score right now. And then at the beginning of the season, the first game of the season, actually, we beat them 4-1. So yeah, great all around effort. And now we're gonna say players who we think projecting stats. 3 players project stats. Go.
All right, Tuck. I got him getting 2 assists. So Tuck getting 2 assists, and then I feel like Olofsson's finally going to turn it around, start playing good. I got him only getting 1 goal, though. Only 1.
Okay, I'll take that. Olofsson's in a slump.
And then I got Thompson getting a hat trick.
A hat trick for Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be Thompson and Olofsson who's going to be scoring the goals today. Okay, I'm going to say 4-1, and I'm going to say Craig Anderson's stats. I think they're going to start Craig Anderson. I think they go one goalie and then the other. One goalie and then the other. I haven't seen a lot.
Give them some breaks. Let them have some time.
Yeah, because they don't have that number 1 goalie that other teams have, like Blackhawks, Marc-Andre Fleury, Penguins. I forgot their goalie, Tristan Jarry. But Bruins, Olmark. So, yeah, we'll see. And I'm going to project Anderson to only allow 1 goal against, because I said 4-1. And I don't know how much shots he's going to take. I'm going to say 30 shots he's going to have on him. Decent amount, but he's going to stop ball. And really, and then, yeah. So,
he's going to have 29 saves.
29 saves. Yeah, 29 saves. Stop almost all, but then I feel like 1 will just sneak past them just at the end of the game.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to go, far post and then just bang it in.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then now my 2 players, I'm going to say Krebs. Krebs, I feel like he's going to have a big game, 2 assists tonight. And then for the goal standpoint, I'm going to say Thompson gets 1, Skinner gets 2, and then the one, I think you're right, Olofsson with 1 also. So Skinner with 2, Thompson with 1, Olofsson with 1 too.
Also, I feel like for the other 2 assists, I got Krebs getting both assists for
Krebs
the other 2.
Yeah, I saw him. He actually in the first period in the Blue Jackets game, he was so good.
I know
he was really good. He showed that he needs to be on this team. Okay, now we're gonna be wrapping up this podcast soon. So yeah, is there any moves you think the Sabres can make? Is there any changes you think? Who should they be trading for? An offensive person, defensive person, or a goalie?
I feel like Nugent Hopkins doesn't get the respect he needs, and I feel like he's too good to be on the second line. So I feel like if we can put a package deal with Colin Miller, maybe some draft picks for in the future, and maybe 1 other player for Nugent Hopkins, I feel like we might be able to pull that off. Just because I feel like the Oilers don't really need him, and I feel like he just doesn't get the respect he needs. And maybe also Chris Letang. It was rumored. But, yeah, those are the players I feel like we have to try to get. Yeah,
Yumoto's another one. A lot of people, I saw this thing on Bleach Report. It said, players that should be traded, and it said Yumoto to go to, a mid-rebuilding team, and I feel like that's the Sabres. And really, the Sabres are a mid-rebuilding team. They're not, a full-on rebuilding team, because they still have some
But they have some pieces.
Veterans. Yeah. And now we're going to be saying goodbye to you guys right now. So, Peace.